They say beauty's in the eye of the beholder. The very essence of beauty you hold her within. Every crack and crevice you hold her. You're beautiful is what holds a seed.
Hi guys, welcome back to the Melanin Pot, and we have a very special guest with us today.
Yes, Mr. Levelle Davison, but y'all better call him Davison. But his mama called him Levelle, so I'ma call him Vic.
She definitely did.
So what's been going on with you? You know, you've been making some moves, making some noise. Okay, I'm surprised you
I don't know
answered
about
the
a
phone
celebrity,
call.
but I've just been, I work at Sam's. I'm a supervisor at Sam's Club, and I love it.
You better start humble and come on, take us up the mountain.
And I'm taking a few gigs here and there. I don't want to say gigs.
Not you taking a few. I think I just saw
gigs.
you was doing. You gonna be doing Riverfest. You
Yes, that is
just did
coming up.
Riverfest. So you did Riverfest, and what else going on?
Okay, yeah, I did Riverfest.
I did. Okay, so right, he trying to give us that little 9 to 5. I work at
But I'm still pursuing my dream.
Right.
Yeah, I am until one of them gonna take me to the top first.
That's
one
it.
of them.
Absolutely.
See, I'm gonna climb up corporate, or the industry gonna take me. One of them.
But you always have your steps in order in the back.
Right.
Absolutely.
Well, a lot of your steps landed you on TV. I was at home watching, just being a viewer.
It just happened. Like I ain't gonna lie, I didn't expect to just really make it through there like that.
For all y'all who didn't know, Davison, I'm really trying not to say Levelle here.
And you still saying.
I'm calling Levelle.
So different.
So anyway, Davison made it on The Voice.
Right.
And actually, you were the first person to audition that aired on the television, I believe, right? I think you were the first when it aired. He was the first person who got
on the second night. I was.
Yeah, on the second
night, I was.
Yes.
I was the very first person, and it was very fun. It was like a 7-month process. It started.
Wow.
Yeah, it started back in June of last year, 2017. I went to St. Louis, Missouri, with a close friend of mine, and I auditioned one day, and then I had to stay over because I made it through that audition, and then I had to wait for them to call me to let me know if I, made it as far as the casting. And so I got that call. I was at work, and they called, and I missed the call. But I had been expecting the call, and I was looking for a number that said California on it because I knew it was gonna come from California. When I got to the phone and I seen that I missed the call, like the store was busy, there was a lot of things going on. I was literally the only supervisor up front.
Come on,
and
supervisor,
I
let 'em
ran
know.
out the front, to call them back. They did
call.
not answer. 3 times I called them, they did not answer.
Oh my God.
So I called my mom. I'm like, Mama, I think I missed the call. I don't know what to do. I think I missed it. Like, they ain't gonna call me back. She was like, just calm down. They gonna call you back. They called me while I was on the phone with her. I hung up on her, answered the phone.
That's right. His money upstairs.
And they was like, we want you to come. Right. They was like, we want you to come to Cali. And I was just like, I was just cheesing. And I told the lady, I was like, I hope that you send all of this in the email because I'm not listening to anything that you're saying right now. Because I was just like that excited.
Yeah.
And so, and it was history from there.
Absolutely. So tell me this, what has being back home in general been like? I know it's a lot of shift in the atmosphere.
Being back home has made me, I don't really want to call myself humble, but I've always been a humble person. And so being back home has made me even more humble. Just make me appreciate my friends more, the people that are close to me, my family more. I'm learning a lot. I'm going through a lot with different friendships, different relationships, and I'm just learning more about myself. So it really has been a process, and it's taught me like a lot as far as loyalty, just a lot of different things.
Right.
I've learned a lot of different things, and I don't regret none of it. I appreciate the learning process. It's gonna help me get to where I'm trying to get to with less people.
And I know while you were on the journey of The Voice, you got some very drastic news.
I did.
That really, was a game changer for
Actually, while I was recording for The Voice, the day before, like all of the interviews and all of like the filming and stuff, I got a message that my best friend from college had passed away. And I had seen it on Facebook, and I'm like, no, I know this is a joke, because I know he one of those type that would joke. And so I called one of our other friends, and she was like, huh? She didn't know either. And so I was like, I hung up on her. I'm like, you don't know, so let me call somebody else. And then I got the call, and then found out that it was true. And like that whole week, I was just like really, really messed up. My eyes was puffy. And I don't know, if you go back and watch some of my interviews, you may be able to see I had on the black with the red pants, and like my eyes were really puffy, and they couldn't really do anything about it. But I really appreciate them because they allowed me to fly to his funeral while I was there for The Voice.
nice.
Oh, that's good.
And so that was really, really amazing. And I had to fly back on my birthday. His funeral was on my birthday.
Wow.
And I had to go to his funeral. I flew to Dallas, drove to Shreveport for his funeral. Immediately after we buried him, I drove back to Dallas, caught my flight, and had to be back in LA by 12 midnight.
Wow.
And I had to make it work. And
dream don't
I didn't even
stop.
get a chance to really
You didn't even get a chance to move.
really deal with it, you know. I think I'm still dealing with it, you know, as I go and as I think about them and stuff like that. But I mean, it's just been a process, and it also taught me like, you gotta still, you know, you still have to be moving if that's what you really want. Like if that's the type of life you want, that's the type of career you want. When things like that come up in your life, you gotta be able to figure out how to deal with them, but keep moving, you know, at the same time. And that was something that was very hard for me. So, yeah.
And I think that's like a good like topic point right there, just talking about loss. Like even you said the dream still has to go on. I think a lot of us in this day and time, we experience loss a lot. Like we look at loss on, I'm gonna say television in regards to seeing people getting shot down. We see loss in our everyday lives and experiences that you go through. And I don't think millennials necessarily take time to process loss or mourn like death and things like that. I think we kind of it's up and okay, I gotta keep moving. But do you really process that, and do you really realize like that will carry with you if you don't deal with it? Do y'all have any like experiences to where like you've had to like balance out things you've lost or mourning in regards to death?
I mean, for me, when I came back home after filming for The Voice and stuff, like and I didn't have nothing to do, like that's the time where I really started thinking about it, because I'm like, that was the friend that I could have called to just tell about everything, you know. Like we had told each other, whoever made it first, like he was either gonna be my musical director or I was gonna be like over his background vocals. Like we had thought this thing out. He knew before everybody else knew about me doing The Voice. Like he knew, and we were supposed to just, you know, go do this empire thing, best friends together. And you know, so I feel like now I'm just having to like figure a way to keep, because his dream, he's a singer as well. And so he made music and he did different things. And so now I feel like I just take the things that he was trying to do and just, you know, use that to fuel myself and just to make, you know, make him proud, you know, his family. I stay in touch with his family. And, you know, I want to one day be able to do something, you know, when finances allow me to be able to do something, you know, to just show my appreciation for my best friend to his family.
Oh, okay.
So yeah.
I think for me, the hardest hit for me had to be my godfather recently. My family actually worked so hard to maintain. He had Alzheimer's disease, and you're talking about one of the greatest musicians ever, you know. Carl Lewis was the master choir director. He came up with Danny and, you know, Maurice Tatum and, you know, the late Richard West. He was kind of somebody that they even can say that, oh, we know him, and it means business. And so to watch him for 12 years total, and for 7 years where his memory was gone, I think that that's when the loss more or less started taking place. We had learned to look at this man who was, you know, 800 feet tall, and we knew he was in there. You know, we know you're there. We know the music is still in you. But once that person forgets, you have to make a decision. You know, is this what you're going to do?
Right.
Are you going to enjoy the good times? And I think the hardest thing in that disease is wondering what the last thing that person will say to you, because eventually they stop talking. And the funniest thing was, I was kind of like his little baby. I was his god baby. He adopted my whole family. Like I was his godchild, but he adopted all 7 of us, and mentored my parents and helped them in as a young couple with children, and helped us grow and help us learn and be the family we are today. His family adopted us. Like it was no separation. And it was like the last thing he said to me, even then, I was still his baby and I'm going to protect May. Because my big brother was picking on me about my boyfriend. I had brought my boyfriend to meet my godmother and my godfather. And, you know, he was picking with me about my boyfriend. And he asked me, was I having sex with my boyfriend?
I know that's right. Make it plain.
in front of my godmom. And my godmom turned and looked at him and was like, oh my God, she's really fair. She turned red. And he goes, and out of nowhere, my godfather says, if she was, she wouldn't tell you. And like the whole room stopped. And I said, well, I guess you better leave me alone then, because he hadn't spoken out loud in a long time. And so for me, you know, that was like the funniest thing, but that was the last thing he said to me.
And how have you like mourned that, or have you not mourned it?
I have. There are times where a certain song will play, a church song will play, and I can't handle it. You said brought Farnsworth Bentley down, and Judah Corral was singing, he brought me one more sunny day, and I'm an officer of the organization that brought him, and I couldn't stay in there because I could not handle the song. We'll be sitting at the kitchen table, and my mom will make white potatoes, mashed potatoes, not even the style he made, and I would have the problem. I think working in the funeral business and him being buried at the funeral home where I work.
Speaking of, I can't come visit. That's where my sister's actually buried.
Yeah, I actually work. Yeah,
and
I can't get him to come. I'm like, hey, I need to live her, monument thing. He's like, I can't go.
It took me about, I want to say, it took me about 4 years to go and visit. I went last year. That was my first time going. I went by myself, and I mourn my sister's death, but I think when you're that close to somebody, you're that connected to somebody, it's always going to be different on how you detach. Like songs, like there's certain songs from the funeral, like I can listen, "Hold Me Now" by Kirk Franklin. I can't get through that song all the way through because they sung it at my sister's funeral. Or just thinking, whenever I have a good moment, or when like graduating high school, graduating college, going to prom, moving out of state. These are like moments that I think about all the time, to where it's like she won't be able to experience this with me. So it's like it's a re-mourning every time, but it's from a different perspective, to where I think I deal with our process. It's not like I'm like avoiding it, but I think me not going to her grave was some type of me avoiding her.
Yeah.
So initially, by me finally going and like,
and I remember the call I made when I was going through the updates, and I said, and James was real, as his favorite word, pissy. That whole week, like he was pissy, and he had an attitude problem. And me and Jacqueline had talked about everything. I was like, what is wrong with? I mean, he was on us. He was on folks at work. She's not going.
Yeah, I don't.
Yeah, she could spare us because he was being a jerk to everybody. But regardless,
and I really don't think.
And I called James. And I looked and I said, James, are you okay? And he said, I'm fine, Mary. Like, he had an attitude on the phone.
Yeah, I really think Mary was being slobbed at something, really, and I just had to do.
No, yes. And so regardless, so I called and said, are you okay? Or whatever. He said, I'm fine. But y'all, and he started going off about us being slobbed. And then I said, James, what's today? And he was at work, and he's like, everything around it just got quiet. He was like, man, get off my phone. Okay. So then after we talked, and he was better, but I don't think we just, even when the days have gone by, I think it's like a clock. Like every January 17th, that will roll around, I will feel that way.
And I think that. And I think the thing with me was that helped me as time went on was sharing that hurt with everybody. I think part of the problem, like I said, our generation, we carry hurt in a backpack, and we take it to work. We take it in our relationships. We take it, and then people are like, oh, what's that? And the moment, it's like your backpack. Don't touch my backpack. And it's like, well, what's going on?
Zipper,
something in there. Like, what's really going on with you? And I feel like we try to hide pain as if it's not normal. It's normal. It's just like you do anything. It's normal. And I feel like the moment that we stop trying to hide pain and really expose the pain that we have, not only does it make us more relatable, but it provides healing for us. And I think not only death, but you mourn a lot I'm not gonna say mourn, but you lose loss in different ways. And I feel like that goes down to relationships. I know you mentioned the friendship aspect has changed, and I think that's something I even had to do as far as where do you separate, a good friendship from something that, initially has history. Everything that has history is not meant to be kept. And it's so hard to detach from I've had this friend for 10 years and we done been through thick and thin. They know my mama, I know their mama. But initially, where we are right now in 2018, you don't fit in this blueprint. So what do I do? And I think it's just a hard conversation to have. Even if you just, you go your way, I go mine. Loss is just it's hard.
It is, because I will say, in another form of loss, like, of course, everybody know I lost my battle on The Voice. And, like, that, when I came home and I had already knew that I lost, everybody else hadn't seen that. So everybody was still rejoicing and excited about me getting a chair and me being on Adam team and me, my blind audition. Meanwhile, I knew the entire time, I'm getting eliminated, you know what I'm saying? And, to have to fake and to have to smile and act like, I don't know that I'm about to be off the show and stuff like that. Like, that was really hard for me. And when I came back, I didn't go to work for a month. I was just literally, it really did something to me, and it affected me in a certain way. And so I was just like, I don't know, I had to deal with it by myself, and I would just be at home, and I would just literally just, be on YouTube watching videos, singing videos, or just I needed to be by myself, and I feel like sometimes, in any form of loss, you just need to take time, take time for yourself. Grieve, whatever you need to do is to make sure that you're healed from whatever it is you needed to do that, because I was kind of going off of what everybody felt like I should do this, everybody said I should do this, and all these different things, and meanwhile I didn't get a chance to deal with, or I was dealing with getting kicked off. It was cool, and I do believe at somewhere down the line, God will reveal to me his purpose and why, that needed to happen, and I'm learning, because of course if I would have went all the way to the end, I feel like I would have missed all the stuff in the middle that I'm learning now, as far as like relationships, friendships, and the business part of it,
and all these things are not together when you get there,
all
and
of
you
that
still
stuff,
take a
contracts,
bigger loss.
I've had run-ins with promoters, like just different things like that, you know what I'm saying? So like, it's teaching me how to be about my business, how to get things in order, things that I don't think I would have learned if I would have went so fast.
Yeah, because you probably would have had so many people pulling in different directions.
You still do, probably.
Now, speaking of different directions, let's go ahead and do a change and shift. First of all, we want to accent our Black-owned businesses that you kind of see. First and foremost, of course, don't forget to pick up the Melanin Pot shirt. We also have Spare Me shirts available on our website as well. But the Melanin Pot TMP logos, they're nice and pretty. They come in 5 colors, as well as the Spare Me shirts. We are wearing Dope Runner right now. Well, Jacqueline is this episode is wearing Dope Runner jackets. They actually just recently released those jackets. They have jerseys now.
They got a whole bunch of stuff.
Just glitter for the gals and nice things for the guys too. And of course, dripping flavor.
Okay. By
Little Flavor. Rose. We love you too. Jay loves wearing his caps as well. Okay. But with our clothes wrap up, let's do a little something real quick. We had a nice little discussion off the screen. I want to bring it back here.
All right.
Now some of these people are going to take a loss in regards to how we do music.
You mean, are you going to say they're going to take an L?
They're going to take an L.
Oh,
I know that's right.
And before L's of the week. I want to say this. Initially, if you take an L, you take an L. Now, sometimes you just take a loss and you just take a loss. And what that means initially is that something that you did was not up to par, according to us. We're a talk show. So that means you're watching us based upon our personalities, our perspectives, our experiences. Don't like it, don't watch. And that goes for across the board.
Right. We'll put it out there.
That's what it is. And that goes out to all the haters, all the pretenders. And we see you, and we'll continue to give scoops. And
you can continue to spare us.
You can spare us, because we won't be taking any L's in the 18 and going forward, because God is still blessing.
All right.
Now, in regards to the L's, in regards to the musical conversation.
So what happened? Basically, what had happened was.
Okay, get into it.
We talked about who would make our top 5 R&B list. And there were some contenders that, didn't even make top 50.
Usher, not there. Don't care what you say. Be upset.
Oh, so you went like...
Usher not in top 10 for me. He has a basic voice. A lot of people in the hood got Usher voice. Usher has a look. And that's why
I really feel like you got to give Usher a little bit more credit for what he's done. for R&B though.
And
I think he's done some
so,
decent
too.
stuff.
I will say this for Usher, he is like he can sing. He can
I
sing,
disagree.
and when he came out, like the old back in the day Usher, because that's the Usher that
Right.
that I really
You're
like.
right.
The back
And
in the
that's
day
what puts
Usher,
him
like
in the-
I feel like he was
Right.
killing back in the day. Like
Yeah.
now,
this
I mean, I'm
stripper
not
song
sure.
just totally disappointed me.
Well, you got
a
to think
few years
about
ago.
top 5 and what qualifies and why would you,
See, they
or not
wanna-
even a top
they
5. 'Cause
wanna
I
look at
wouldn't
brackets.
I wouldn't put Usher in my top 5 either. I'm not saying that, but what I am saying, we got to give him credit.
I'm giving him credit.
He
It just
came
won't be
out.
in top 10.
Okay.
He'll be.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, so name somebody y'all think is in top 10. Because Usher,
10.
like I said, Usher has a decent voice. Chris Brown, which I think, where y'all put Chris
I
in?
wouldn't put Chris Brown in my top 5.
I would
I
put
would
him.
put him in my
Top
top.
five.
I would put him in my
10.
top.
Yeah, I wouldn't put him in my top
Top
five.
5, I would not put him in top 5.
You would?
And honestly,
You would put
he
Chris
really
Brown in
you
your
would-
top
you put
5?
Chris-
In
For
my
me,
top
Chris-
5, I probably
What's
would.
your favorite Chris Brown that he just blowing on?
I can't even give it to you
That's a
right now.
problem.
That is a problem.
Can I tell you something?
No, but he
Back
can
to
sing
me.
though. When you really listen to his music though, like he really is a singer. But you just have the old school Chris Brown. Like this now, Chris Brown, it's more of the singing rap
playing.
thing.
It's
See,
more
and
of
I
the
guess
pop.
I'm looking at
But
it
back
as
in-
a full body of work. Because, I mean, we can look at any of these
Okay,
people.
we want to
Yeah.
talk about singers. We want to talk about singers. He actually just came, Joe.
Oh, you
Joe.
think you put Joe in your top 5?
Joe
would
is
not put
definitely
Joe
a
in my
Joe wouldn't even be in my top
Joe-
25.
Joe is a real singer though. He
He
really
is.
is.
I wouldn't
And
say
honestly,
he
for
doesn't
me,
have a
team.
for me, I wasn't like I wasn't
have
a
a
fan.
team.
You know, I wasn't a fan only because I didn't grow up on his music.
Yeah, I
so
didn't
when I start hanging around people that listen to him, and I start listening to him, I'm like, I
I mean,
fool with Joe.
he got some voice on him. He just
But we
wouldn't
haven't
be in-
done the 5, and we haven't talked
Okay.
about any
Tank.
legends.
Jamie Foxx.
Jamie
I would
Foxx
put
does
Jamie
make
Foxx
top
in my top
5. He does. I mean, I think he has what is lacking in music, which is a
Passion.
wholesome voice.
Yes.
I mean, you can run all day long, baby. You can run a marathon, but that does not mean you
Some of
can
y'all
sing.
running and ain't getting nowhere.
They running for
Can't
their
get to come
life.
and go,
They running
G.
out of time.
Running out of time for sure.
they
Let's
just
be clear.
running. You know, and I remember watching
making
Duran
sure.
Bernard, and as talented as he is,
He can really, he
he
sings
can
background
sing.
for Erykah
But
Badu.
I even literally saw. Thank you. I even literally saw Duran Bernard's video where he was
Oh,
like,
I do know who that is.
Yes,
He be doing the videos in LA.
yes, he the one that
With
got
Taco
the.
Tuesday and stuff. Yeah, I
I'm
know
gonna
what
be
you're
F
talking
boy
about.
free.
Okay, got you.
Yeah.
I didn't know you're talking about. He can
But
sing. I
he-
wouldn't put him in my top 5.
No, but what I'm saying is he did a run one time on a video where he was like, I ran so long I done forgot the words to the song.
Exactly.
Like,
Run
and
on.
I feel like
Move on.
I feel like it's nice. It's an accent. A melisma
We
is
gotta
an
get to the
accent.
top
But
5.
yeah, I just feel like running just
so
takes
Jamie
over.
Foxx, I
Jamie
think,
Foxx,
I think he
definitely.
definitely deserves to be in the top
Tyrese?
5. I wouldn't.
Is Tyrese in y'all?
No.
He in mine.
Tyrese not in mine. Some people
in
say
mine.
Tyrese and Tank on the same level. I don't think Tank is
No,
overrated.
absolutely
I
not.
like
But,
Tank.
you know.
See, Tank
I'm a
is
Tank
like,
fan.
I do like
Are we
Tank.
going by? Are we going by?
All right.
Or are we going by bodies of work?
Let me go ahead and
I
say.
was, top 5 is bodies of work. It's
Bodies
not
of
now,
work.
it's
So
not back
Jamie
then, it's
Foxx-
overall.
Hold on, wait.
I would
I'm
put-
sorry. We cannot leave out the man himself,
Who?
D'Angelo. We got to put him in there. He's
D'Angelo
in the
not be in
top
my
5.
top 5.
So who your
D'Angelo?
top? Who you ain't named nobody?
You don't
in your
think
top
so?
Yes, I have. I said Jamie Foxx.
You don't think
Five? Oh,
D'Angelo
that's
make top
So Jamie
5?
Foxx. Who else?
D'Angelo?
D'Angelo.
D'Angelo definitely be in mine.
He wouldn't be in my
Who-
top 5.
Not for full body of work because that black.
So are we talking about singers like
Well, I'm
singers
just- I'm
or
saying in
Full
general,
body
like
of
hands
work
down when you
is
thinking
singers,
about
presentation, catalogs, all that. The
like
whole
Okay,
if you
okay.
gotta name people like that boy
Okay.
can sing hands down. It is what it is. We
All
know
right,
so
Jamie
I'm
All
Foxx.
right, let me do mine. That way we can get it. So hands down, Jamie Foxx, Beyonce. I would have to say Lauryn Hill, which includes her work with the Fugees and her latest album. That
Okay,
didn't
so I
release
didn't
all the
know.
way.
I didn't know women was included.
Oh, we not. Well,
Yeah,
we said
women can
singers.
do
Oh,
R&B.
well,
Yeah.
all mine
including
gonna probably
them.
be women.
See, you made me throw me off. Overall,
Overall.
honestly, and it's gonna be so controversial. Overall body of work, overall hits.
Get to
overall
it,
body
girl.
of
Well,
music.
who is he?
R. Kelly. I'm gonna have to
No.
put him in my top 5.
He's a
R.
singer.
Kelly,
No, he is a singer, though. He is a singer.
He messed
He
up.
is a singer.
But
You know
his
what?
body of work.
He is a
You're
singer.
right. You're right. He's a
Hands
singer
down.
slash
He's in my-
rapist slash.
That's
Yes.
fine, but we talking about body of work.
I know. That's
said
what I'm
he
saying.
messed up, and I
No,
said
I'm
it's
just throwing it out
I'm just
there.
We're gonna put it
here,
all
so I
together.
He got
won't
plenty of bodies of work. But yeah, okay, go
Okay,
ahead.
yeah, and
We're gonna
he
put it
trapping them in the closet. Hello. But what I'm saying is, as a whole body of work, his music
have an
career, R.
opinion on
Kelly,
Not your ass up.
R. Kelly did what we supposed to do, and then Fantasia's in my top 5. That's not
Do you
necessarily.
name more than 5, didn't you?
No, I did 5.
Oh, okay. Name him again.
Y'all
That's
didn't name
it.
Jasmine. I mean, she
I would
still
say
got
Jasmine
So
credit.
Sullivan.
Jasmine and yours?
She
Jasmine
got to
Sullivan?
As a full body.
I would
Definitely.
say she's a
As a
Jasmine is a
Everybody
vocalist.
She is. I would
Jasmine.
say
Yes,
she's
but
the
her
top
full
5.
body of work.
Well,
Jasmine.
you can't
She's a
discredit.
good- she's
When
a
it comes to
good-
voices,
No, absolutely.
But I'm just
not.
saying, bodies of work.
Absolutely not.
I feel like she's underrated.
Yeah, very much.
But I feel like
But
the
she has
bodies,
good bodies of
her
work.
bodies of work that she got out there is fire.
All her projects.
But
Brandy
obviously-
got some good bodies of work.
I
yeah,
go back
Brandy.
and review.
I would
That's
say
two.
Jamie Foxx,
Brandy.
Jasmine Sullivan. Brandy is good. I got two more.
I'm sorry, I'm a John Legend fan, so I have to put him in.
I
Well, he don't do it for me.
I wouldn't do
Oh, John don't do it for me. I put John and Jennifer Hudson in the same category. I put them when I need them on the weekend. Maybe.
You can't do my boy like that.
I can't do them. I can't do them.
Can't do it.
I can't think.
Yeah,
of
Jamie
nobody.
Foxx definitely.
I just won't name any because I mean
Jasmine
I got
Sullivan
so
definitely.
many.
Brandy
I got so many.
definitely. Layla Hathaway, love her.
Definitely.
Oh, my-
And
Her voice
dad.
just. Ooh.
I like
Did you hear
Anita
what she
Baker.
did? That chord.
Oh, she
She can sing.
she creates
a
notes when
chord.
she sings. Like she's somebody. You like.
You
what
know
was
about her father?
Oh yeah, beast.
Like
Yeah.
we have his albums at home, like his 33s at home. Like he is,
Yeah,
you know, and
thank
you
you,
know
Lord.
I'm glad you brought, and that's so
Vocally.
crazy because like as much as I love him, I think because I was thinking of more people
Trying to think
cross.
somebody else who got
But,
like
oh,
a.
gosh.
I think got a solid body of work. They're not gonna be in my top 5, but I'm pretty sure they're in a lot of people. Yolanda Adams. She got
But
a.
she's not R&B though.
Oh, we talking about R&B.
We talking
My
about
bad.
R&B.
Now
My
we go to
bad, she-
gospel, it's a whole nother thing.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
But yeah, she.
I'm
got,
sorry, I'm gonna have to say
got
Kim.
I'm just thinking.
Kim Burrell.
That's my
Talking about Kim
girl.
Burrell?
That's my
And you
girl.
can spare me.
I'm sorry.
I'm
Now
just
now
gonna
she do. I
step
know a
on-
lot of people not a fan
And she
because of the
runs for her
runs
life.
and stuff like that, but she's
But
a musician.
she's a beast, but
She's
I
a
feel like she's one of
musician.
them people to where she get to running so much. I just have
She
to,
does too much.
I have to sit the
She
hell
does
down.
too much.
Yeah, she do.
Entirely too. Because when she redid, didn't she redo "I Love Me Better Than That"? Was that her?
Girl, I don't know.
Somebody
But I'm
did a
just gonna
Kelly
say she
Price
one
song.
of them people to
I
where
thought it was her,
I feel
and
like
it was
for,
really
this is
good.
this is my take to you gospel people who do gospel music. Just I feel like if you do so many runs, do you not realize you done took the people out the spirit? Because runs, it's one thing to incorporate them and you doing it naturally, organically. It's nothing to be doing it for show. And when you operate under show,
And you can tell
not
it's
really
what
don't have
hers.
time to operate. in
And
the
some of
spirit
y'all be
like that.
sounding
But
like
then you have
Ebony
to
in the
understand.
bathroom.
You have to understand when you say that. You have to understand if they were invited to entertain or if they were invited to, I guess, bring the spirit.
But you know what I'm
I
gonna
mean,
say?
the
is,
spirit is already
you should
there,
never
but-
be invited to a church to entertain.
Well, I mean, if
Never.
I mean my thing is,
being invited to entertain,
I mean,
though.
if you paying the artist, you paying them to come be an artist. You could paying them to be
Are we
to
paying
do
you
what
to
they
minister?
do.
We paying you to minister, we paying you to entertain.
I don't think you should be-
I think some people.
I don't know.
I think
I gotta
there's
get
a
out
time
of
and
this.
Because
place.
ministry, because
I
I will
think
say
there's a time and
ministry,
place,
ministry
because there are
can be
times-
monetary.
So I'm saying when we have gospel concerts,
Yeah,
we have gospel
that's the time
concerts.
to entertain.
That's entertainment.
that's entertainment.
I mean,
And
but in the
within that, you supposed
process,
to have
yeah, in the
ministry.
process,
Yes.
in the midst of that, you know, some people do need to come out of there delivered,
Well,
or
not-
saved, or something.
Right.
But I
believe
guess
what-
that I feel like that's the difference between you doing ministry and you just being monetarily. Because anytime that some people step out, like Miranda, for instance, Miranda gonna come out and she might collect a coin, but you better believe people gonna be
Yeah, she
touched,
gonna-
set free, and
different.
delivered.
That's true.
But that's what I'm
She doing
saying.
it for a purpose.
Tasha,
Some
I would
people
say the
not
same
doing it
thing.
for a
Tasha, yeah.
purpose.
So that's what I'm saying. You kind of know the difference. Some people you here for a show.
So you speaking to the people who doing it for a show.
and it's
And let me tell you something. It's just like, to me, sometimes I feel like with gospel, I feel like some people are using that because they are doing well, but it's not their ministry. But okay, I'm called to entertain a lot, or I'm called to do something a lot. That's like, to me, sometimes people treat, that's kind of what irritates me, sorry, with the LGBTQ, people who are fake LGBTQ. They're gay because they want to act a certain way and they want to get attention for acting a
People
certain way,
play-
and they're not really gay.
not y'all out
People
here
play
playing
to be
sexuality.
People
Child.
be playing, but
I'm
I will
dead.
say in
People
God,
play gay. Is that what you're telling me?
FOMO is the term is called a FOMO.
A FOMO.
A
You
fake
educate on
homosexual.
today.
Like, and
Not
I
a
do
fake
be-
homosexual.
I do believe that there are
Touch
some
on
people
today.
out here who are playing, and
Why
and
people-
to say that's a whole other subject because we ain't got much time. But I will say I do believe people are playing with gospel. I can sing real well, but I can't make it in R&B, and people are not. I'm not sellable.
But
as an
I feel,
R&B
but you know what?
singer.
I feel like we made that also okay. 'Cause
And,
I feel like
and it's not okay. It's not okay. Because Shirley Caesar
I'm not saying
had
it's
Jackson
okay.
in the back of her throat and the presser column, and she slayed the spirits with the cannons, and she doing her thing.
and
gospel
Shirley can spare me
continues.
as well with all her 40 acres and a mule because she tell more stories than anybody has seen in my life.
That should tell.
Who? Shirley Caesar?
Shirley Caesar, strong man in this house
Things
because you're
come
wasting
to
your
me.
time.
Not green
Yeah, I
beans,
don't
potato
think
salad.
that well.
Let's address
She
it.
can spare me.
Let's address it.
She can spare me. So top 5, we're gonna go with Jamie.
Yeah.
Jasmine.
Oh,
Jasmine.
She not in mine.
Brandy.
Who not in yours?
Jasmine.
Jasmine wouldn't be.
No,
okay.
Jasmine is in mine.
Brandy wouldn't be
is
yours?
in mine.
Jamie wouldn't
Jamie
be.
Foxx is not in yours.
I like him as a singer, but if you want me to narrow it down to my top 5, I'm gonna have to go with Jasmine. It's gonna probably be Brandy, Tank. Shoot. I got 2 more. I'm sorry, I gotta
What
put
about
Kim in
Fanny?
there. Kimberell in there, and that
She
mean I got
R&B
one more.
She an R&B singer.
What are we doing? Well, she did do some love
I must say,
albums.
Kim and
She
always
did
been
do some
sitting
love
on the side of
albums.
the pew, making it. She been
She
making
did.
it tip over for years, big ass.
I gotta
But
come
anyway,
up with
What is
My
wrong
Lord.
with you?
What the hell is wrong with you?
we not gonna act like Kim Red wasn't big as hell. Y'all can just spare me. Y'all done said it out on men.
Well,
Ice.
I'm just saying, people.
That's one thing I
I'm
would
out
never.
of it.
You
Me too.
Well, on that note,
Me
guys.
too.
What we not gonna do is act like Kim Red
Okay,
ain't
what we
big.
gonna do is,
When you
look
met
up
Kim Red,
Davison,
she wasn't big as hell.
No, we
Grab your
gonna
seat.
having me.
Y'all,
Grab your
thank you for coming.
Thank y'all for having me.
Welcome to the Melanin
She
Pod.
been
We done
tipping
got
over
it stirred
pews.
up a lot.
They've been strong over
We
there.
done stirred it up, Davison. Thank you so much for coming
I
out,
appreciate it.
guys. We're so glad that you saw him at Riverfest. Be looking out for this young man to be making some moves, some shape.
Before we go,
And it-
because you know Mary finna run out of breath. Drop us a little, give us a little.
A little song?
Give us
Not
a little.
about to run
Give us
out of
some.
breath.
Yeah, because
Oh
you.
my God.
I didn't know where he was
All right, so
going.
this is one of
I
my
didn't know you-
favorite songs right now. It's originally by the Bee Gees, but
on. Okay,
PJ
come on.
Morton is one of. That's my 5th one.
Oh, okay.
He re-recorded it, and so here's the song. It's called "How Deep Is Your Love."
Oh yes.
I know your eyes in the morning sun. I feel you touch me in the pouring rain. And the moment that you wander far from me, I wanna feel you in my arms again. And you come to me on a summer breeze, keep me warm in your arms as you softly leave. And it's me you need to show. All right, yeah, I messed up, but yeah, how deep is your love?
You let me know where you messed up at. That was good.
That's what they was talking about, running out. I almost ran out. I
And we
did.
ran out of time on the
I
Melanin
did.
Pod. Tune in next time, guys. Be sure to look up themelaninpod.net.
See y'all next time.
Bye.